think I'm taking a long way, but it don't matter because I'm talking to you guys. Do I have enough gas though? Yep. Oh shit. Baby. Hi. I hit a dead spot. So let's just give people a moment to get back in here. I forgot it's a dead spot right there. Oh, what was that? So I just left my client. Now I have to go to the nail supply. I really don't want to, but I have to. I'm just so low on certain things. I'm not even going to make it through. If you're hungry and you don't want to spend a lot of money, McDonald's breakfast sandwiches are only $1. I think people ignore that. That's the best thing for me to get, quick and easy. $2. That and a drink. Boom. I don't really like fake food, so I don't like to spend a lot of money on it. Oh, you want to go, Leanne? Yeah, that's where I'm on my way to. I gotta go because I was gonna try to order some things off Amazon. That's how hard I was trying to avoid going, but it was like 3 times as much. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. So I think I was trying to give people a chance to log in. Actually, these windows up here sound loud. How to be happy. It is a practice. And so we were talking about being an entrepreneur and how to transition out of your 9-to-5. So it may be really hard. And that's why I played that last video where I put Will Smith up there. He said everybody's always coming to him saying they want to be just like him and they really want it. He was like 99% of people don't want it because they don't want to do the stuff it takes. So, you know, my story when I moved back, I had to move in with my aunt and everything until my clientele built up. And that was terrible. And I was doing Uber and living with my aunt in a little room. And I rented a small storefront. So I wouldn't suggest you do that, but I'm just saying, like, you might, if you, to really be an entrepreneur that's successful, and most success stories that you hear about, when they start to tell their stories, don't you notice that their stories are like, wow. Like even Tyler Perry said he was homeless. You got to think about that. Like if you hear Jeffree Star, the makeup artist, didn't he say he was homeless? All these people that made it big, that's how bad they wanted it, you know. London, I think I shipped your book. I shipped all the books I had, so I didn't put your smock in there because I didn't know which name was actually your name. I don't know, so let me know. But that's the part. It's like all these big success stories. It's like it comes from super duper humble beginnings, and the humble part is what scares a lot of people. The eating ramen noodles part is what scares a lot of people, and I've been through it. And I'm gonna tell you, I have ramen noodles in my cabinet at all times. I have the spicy chicken ramen noodles right now. And then oh, you didn't order it yet? Okay. And then even now, I'm not broke. I just don't like wasting money, because when you have to work really hard and you have to, you know, run your own business, you really take care of your money. You know, you're not frivolous with money. And I want to spend keep every dollar I have for the cruise, because I just don't know how much I'm going to spend. I'd rather have more than enough. Did I go the right way? Excuse me, I'm such a lady. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to give some different scenarios of different levels of jobs and how I would look at trying to shift out of them. I don't like daylight. Let's just say we're on the expressway. Let's say you're a toll booth operator. So I guess I'm using that because that's more of a administrative type, industrial type job. Okay, you're on a shift, you're paid by the hour sort of thing. The first thing I would do is see if you can change shifts. The first thing I would do is try to see if I can change shifts so I can get in school. If you are super comfortable in your shift, because that's what you've been working for all these years, then you don't really want to do this. And that's my first answer right there. If you are not able to change shifts, you should be looking to see if you can do it part-time, so you can go to school or go work in a salon. If you don't want to do that, then you probably want to do this as a side piece. See, that's the part. I think some people are not going to like my answers to this, because you have to make some type of uncomfortable shift. Am I going the right way? At some point. But that's how you do those type of jobs. You can shift hours, or you can go part-time. And then whatever, you know, try to do something else on the side to make money in a flexible way. But if your job or whatever that you have now is not flexible for you to get in school, you need to first work on that. Like most people, if you're working 9 to 5, and these are for people who are not licensed, if you're working 9 to 5, every school has evening hours. So I don't want to hear that. You just do the evening hours, right? I can't make it there in time. I don't have anybody to pick up. Ooh, can't go that way. Ooh, these people are flying. I don't have anyone to pick up my baby or whatever. That's where you got to solicit friends, family, and different people to help you out. Life is always, you know, going to present challenges, and then it's all in the, life is really just one big video game. And that's another thing. That's another thing that keeps me happy too. The sun went away. I just realized that life is just one big video game. If life was perfect, we would be bored to death. Do you hear me? Bored to death. You just got to become like a master of figuring out how to get through challenges that are presented, because everybody's presented with challenges. Everyone every day. But that's what makes life exciting. You know, it's annoying sometimes, but it's really just like video games. You're just trying to get to different levels. And that's how I kind of wrap my mind around it. And that's how you keep off depression. A lot of people allow life's challenges to overwhelm them. People allow death to overwhelm them. And I don't know how people believe that, but you just have to kind of shift the way you're looking at things. People in your life dying. I just know a lot of people that are going through like some severe depression type stuff. They can't pull themselves out of it. You got to shift your mind. And let me tell you a little, oh, my Amazon package is coming. I got a new wig coming for this cruise, honey. Yes. Let me tell you a little something I do too. I think in my last live, I said, I spoke about how I enjoy my day off, or, you know, de-stress or whatever, just go shopping and, you know, just treat myself. This is another little trick that I do. I think everybody should try this. If you drive, sometimes I'll be driving home from somewhere and I don't even go home. I just start driving around the city, especially late at night. I will turn on my house music or my favorite music. I blast it all the way up and I just drive to areas I've never been to. Open road, just all the way up and down Harlem, all these streets. I'm way out somewhere. I don't even care. You know why? Because sometimes you need to do that in life. It's a good de-stressor to just drive the hell away in your car. Turn your phone off if you have to. I mean, way out, just way far away. Drive all the way to the next state. Drive 45 minutes away from your house on an open road. You don't want to drive into a place that's congested with, you know, people everywhere and stop signs every 5 minutes. You want to drive on something that's very open road, not much traffic, with your favorite music or whatever blasting. That will help you get your mind right. That is therapy. That really works. I'm telling you, I do that like once a month. I do it all the time. You know why? Because a lot of reasons why we are not happy too is because we are on time. We're on a time crunch for everything. Don't you agree? Like, I feel like everything is like, gotta get home because I gotta do this. Gotta do this because I gotta do that. Oh, I gotta return this call. You don't have to do any damn thing you don't want to. You do it as a courtesy to try to be the right person. But sometimes you just got to say, screw everything. I'm doing what I want to do in this moment, and I don't care how long it takes, and I don't care what time it is. This is what I feel like doing in the moment for me, and it's gonna get done right now. If you don't like it, oh well, you get over it. Sometimes you got to be like that. I'm just saying, it really, really, really works. All these things will help you to become a happier person. Now, let's go back to the, I kind of explained that, because when it's like you're switching over out of a job, it depends on your independent situation, what your finances look like. You don't have to have a whole bunch of money saved up or anything like that, but you can't be afraid. I'm going back to that. You can't be afraid, and you have to have a positive mindset. And you got to be willing, you got to have the positive mindset, because you're going to need that positive mindset to keep you focused during the hard times, because it's going to be hard at first. Because you will have probably more bad weeks than you will good weeks. You might have a person that may happen for up to 8 months or so, or first year. You'll be ready to quit if you haven't done any work on making yourself a positive individual. So that's all. I just wanted to go over how to make yourself happy, because I noticed that I'm happier, much happier than I was 10 years ago, because I do things my way, and I've stopped and did some self-work. And to be an entrepreneur, you have to be strong, you have to be disciplined, seriously. I don't want to get up every day. I don't care. The money sometimes is not even enough of a motivator for me to get up. I'm like, I just need a day off. I just want some time to myself. But I have to shift my mind. So I hope that made sense to everyone. Does anyone have any questions? I'm on my way to the nail supply store. Real quick. I'm not doing any real shopping. Can you guys hear me? I wonder if people can hear me. And I'm supposed to go to the gym. See, I'm never bored. I don't understand how people say they're bored. I'm never bored. I'm always like, my plate is full every single freaking day. I have to force a day off. I make myself busy trying to accomplish all my goals. Can you guys hear me? That's what I really want to know. Can somebody just say yes or why or anything? Okay, somebody said something. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure, because nobody's interacting. So I'm like, I wonder if I'm talking them to death and preaching them to death. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Yay. I was talking to a friend, and it's funny because it's so many people that do this, and I don't think people realize that they do this. Be sure you're doing a life check-in too. That's important. A lot of people every other month, they are doing something different. Every other month. Oh, I want to be a zookeeper. And then the next month, I think I want to be a massage therapist. Then the next month, I think I'm going to move to Florida. Then the next month, I think I fell in love. And then they don't have any goals when they fall in love. Look, you got to find out what it is you're trying to do. That's the only way you're going to really be successful at anything. You cannot be all over the place. It is so easy to get sucked into different stuff. I promise you. I promise you. Like all the successful people I know, they do one thing, and then the other things they kind of do it on the side. But you got to be careful not to be that person. I hear it all the time. All the time. I got a friend, I think she's a little mad at me, but I had to point out something. I said, honey, you have had 4 different things you've been trying to do in the past 8 months, and nothing has gotten off the ground at all. We got all these logos made, and we got all these websites started, and you have got nothing accomplished. And we're doing the same exact things we was on the day I met you. everybody's all excited at first. Yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this, and they're watching all these YouTube videos and they're on all these Facebook groups and reading all these success stories of stuff. And then once they figure out they gotta, well, now I gotta sit down and actually do the writing out the plan, and I gotta actually create the website. Oh God, I gotta actually pay for, advertise. I gotta actually do. And then they start like dying down, and they start putting it off. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes a week becomes 2 weeks. Here I am again. Did you do it? Oh girl, yeah, you haven't done it, because now it's time to do the work, and it's not as glamorous. It's always fun, the glamorous stages. Always. And I think somebody said something on one of my videos, and I came in and I said, yeah, people love to tell you the glitz and the glam. But a lot of those people that you see are doing really big, especially on YouTube, they'll be like, how I made $100,000 in 1 month selling blah, blah, blah. And they don't tell you that they sold, first of all, whatever it is that they sold, that was just gross sales. And then they're not telling you that they only made 10% off of that money because they're going through a third or fourth party retail, wholesaler. So they might have made 10,000 or whatever. Well, we're gonna say in 6 months. And then they don't tell you that they don't, or all these, like big success stories. These people are not telling you that they don't even pay rent. They may be getting Section 8 or something. They live at home with their mom. Their husband pays all the bills. Like people tell you these fairy tales. I'm like, I want to tell you what it's really like. I'm tired a lot of the times. I'm tired, but I still make more money than most people I know. I do. But I'm tired a lot of the times. I work a lot, and it's a big sacrifice. I cannot always go to parties on Saturdays. A lot of people stop inviting me to Saturday stuff because they know, especially during my busy season, I'm too tired at the end of the night on a Saturday to go anywhere. I really am. I might start at 9 in the morning. I might finish at 11 at night, and I'm too tired because I didn't even eat, and I'm feeling dizzy, and I just want to sit down and stare at the TV. Like seriously. And Friday it might have been like that, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then Sunday I might have to go and do an event or go to someone's house and do somebody. And that's how you hit those $1,500, $2,000 weeks. Team no sleep, team no rest, team no life. That's the truth. Yeah, you can hit $2,000 in a week, $2,500 in a week, if you price yourself, got the right clients, and have your brand and everything set up. But it's always a sacrifice to it. So I don't like selling pipe dreams to people. That's bull. I had all those pipe dreams on YouTube with people standing in front of Lamborghinis and stuff talking about, you can do it too. Just buy my class for $499. Yeah, that's how they got the Lamborghini, off of you paying for that class. But yeah, I want people to know the real deal. I'm tired. I don't have anyone else for today. It's fine because I'm tired. And my weeks do go like that sometimes. Sometimes I'm stupid busy on a Monday or in Tuesday, and then I won't have anyone, on Wednesday. Or I won't have anyone on Thursday. It's always a day where it's like, oh, nobody. But it'll be like those other days, it's super heavy. I don't have to do a lot of people to still make my money. I still made my $100 today in 1 hour and a half with her. Who goes to work for an hour and a half and makes $100? I'm cool with it because I'm tired. Right? So as you can see, I'm always smiling and laughing and stuff. I'm like, oh, pick whatever you drink. I think that's what we're all chasing here. We like doing nails, we like doing the designs and all that. I feel like at the end of the day, we're all chasing happiness. And we all know that if you chase happiness, the money comes. So I hope you all are not doing this just for money, because you're gonna get you're gonna become like annoyed and not want to do it, because the money probably is not gonna come right away. But I think most people want happiness, because even there are a lot of people who follow me who have decent paying jobs, like really good paying jobs, and they still are wanting to do this, because they're not happy. That paycheck and someone else telling you what to do, when to do it, where to be, when you can go on vacation, how you have to be at work, how you have to dress, how you have to speak, who you have to take shit from, all those different things. It's just not worth it, because I think that we realize that we're not a cat and we don't have 9 lives. We got one. And you want to kind of make sure that you are literally, to me, living your best life. Living your best life really doesn't have anything to do with money. It's about living. Why did God put me here? Did God really put me here to collect quarters on this expressway? Because I have this strong urge to do nails. So you know that God did not put you on this earth to collect quarters and dollar bills off the expressway, meaning the toll booth operator. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying, like, if you're saying you're watching this channel, it's because this is your real itch, right? I was a brand manager and working in hair care and going on photo shoots and working with models and photographers and traveling around with sales teams to Walmart and CVS, Rite Aid, and sitting in these sales with buyers. I was not happy. It was so crazy. I was just not happy. Spend it. Me happy. Then I said, I know what I'll do. At one point, I said, I'm going to start an online boutique, because I lived in a nice area in Georgia, and so a lot of the thrift stores and stuff had like Versace and all this stuff, and I would see all these clothes. I started buying them. I just sold a Versace skirt on Poshmark the other day. I got that skirt for like, I don't know, 20 bucks. I sold it for 80 on Poshmark. I got all type of stuff. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, I was going to start an online store because I was so bored, and I'm like, I need to do my own thing in some capacity, even if I have to come up in here and be bored to death in these meetings and all this travel. And I still wasn't happy. I just, like, it was cool, but I knew I had to sit down and say, what are you gonna have to do here? The real answer was, the real deal was, it took a minute. Tanisha, you're an entrepreneur, you want to work for yourself. That was the real answer. You want to work for yourself. Like, for real. That's what gets you going. Working for yourself, doing your own thing. You can't work for other people. You can't. I can't do it. I can't. Huh? I can't do it. And it's not because I'm lazy, because I work way more hours for myself, but I enjoy what I do, so I don't even feel like I'm working. You know, and that's what gets me out of the bed in the morning when I'm tired, because I'm like, okay, here it is, you're complaining about getting about the bed at 9 o'clock. Hell, if you was in corporate back in Georgia or whatever, you would have already been at your second meeting, because your first meeting some morning starts at 5 a.m. because you have a call with China. So you got to get up and be on a conference call at 5 a.m. to speak with them, and they're staying after work at 6 p.m. just to talk to you, because they're 13 hours ahead, you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm like, I'm happy. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, like, it took me to do a lot of work and to even get to this point, and I still have to check myself when I complain, because I'm way happier than I was working for anyone, and I was making good money. Like I said, I never said what I made, but like I said, my assistants made 55, 60 coming in the door. Okay, my assistants. So I was making money, but I was not happy, and all I kept doing with that money was finding ways to spend it. That was it. It was stupid. And so now I make less. Sometimes it fluctuates, you know, but it's funny because I save more money. I value the money that I get more, and I'm doing more things with the money because I'm happy now, and I found a flow to my business. Now I'm like, Tanisha, you need to travel more. You travel a little bit, but really go all the places you want to go. So that's where the cruise came in. And then we just put down the deposit on a Jamaica trip. And, you know, all these things that I've been wanting to do. It's crazy because my business is still fairly new here in Chicago, right? But I'm actually able to do more. It's so twisted. I actually get better use out of my money now than I did when I was making all that other money. Because when you are happier, I don't know, when you're happier, you won't waste money, because you don't use money as a tool to make you happy. Am I saying that correctly? When you are genuinely happy within yourself, you don't really need money as much as a tool to make you happy. because you are living in your purpose, and your purpose is what's fulfilling you. So I hope that point drives home with people as you're trying to get your courage up to leave and shift your situation to become an entrepreneur. Because I think it was hard for me to get that out the way I needed to say it. Yeah. I sit in the house sometimes for days and days and days, just working. And when I leave out, I may go out and get all the things I need. Just to get out the house to breathe. But it feels good to come in the house and say, I got all the groceries to eat everything I want to eat. I have my wine, I gotta have my wine, honey. Got my wine and everything I need, and I'm in the house working, and money comes to me. That's just a good feeling. It is. Is that what some of you all want to do? Like, seriously, like what I said, is that what you want to do? Does it just like, I can never do that. I can never do that. I'm telling you, 5 years ago, shoot, what am I saying? 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I was stuck behind a desk, having to get up sometimes at 4 a.m. for a 5 a.m. meeting, 3:30 in the morning, whatever, to be in the office at 5 a.m. for global calls, and staying at work and working with people I didn't care to work with in these stuffy, boring meetings, drinking coffee, trying to stay awake in these boring meetings with all these people trying to sound important and smart, and they're not even saying anything, saying the same thing over and over and over. John said he's gonna call me later with the engineering report. Okay, you just said that in the last meeting, and you haven't done any work, and you just came in this meeting trying to sound like you're doing something. You're not doing anything but wasting my damn time. I could be buying some nail supplies or looking at a YouTube video or something. That's how I used to be in the meetings. Like, really, dude, you just said that in the last meeting. You've been getting this report to us for 3 meetings now. I just felt like my time was being wasted. I just really felt like my time was being wasted, because the truth of the matter is, in a lot of, especially corporate jobs, people are just not even busy. People like to look busy. They don't even really need all those people to do all that work, the work that needs to be done. People just are professional time wasters in corporate, to me. I used to sit in my desk sometimes, and I swear to God, I would stop because I would be so bored. And, a lot of the work I get done in like one afternoon, and what I'm gonna do the rest of the week. But I would just stop and look around, and I could just tell the people, most of the people, I kid you not, do this in your office one day. If you can't look around, we had open concept the last office, but if you can't just get up and walk around and just casually pretend like you're going to the copy machine or something, and look and just casually look and see what people are doing. People are not really busy. People are professionals at looking busy at work. I'm telling you. Even if they're staring at the computer screen, I bet you if they have some earphones in, they're listening to a podcast or something. People are bored at work. They're just passing time. Unless they're doing some type of repetitive work. And those of you all who are doing repetitive work, do you think, if you're here, you're questioning, did God put me on this earth to type in these numbers on line 14 and then come back and take line 14 and put it on line 20? Is that what God put me here for? I'm just saying, that's why you're here. There's nothing wrong with these jobs, but if you're here, it's because you are questioning your job and what you currently do. I'm just saying. So we got to get that game plan together. Sit down and figure out what things you are willing to do to make money, that are flexible, that will allow you to go to school or allow you to go work in somebody's salon. If you can't think of anything, ask your friends, ask your husband, ask your aunt of things to think of so you can make something flexible you can do to make money until you get your nail business going, because you are seriously trying to do it. And some of the ideas may not be pretty, but remember, if you work on your positive mindset, you do what you have to do. It's kind of good that you would be uncomfortable in whatever it is you got to do, so you'll really push to get out of it, right? So that's a real suggestion. Like, step one, Write it down. Go buy you a little cutesy journal and write down ways to make money, flexible money. You inspired me so much to get licensed. I have 2 weeks left preparing for state board. Yeah, see? Boom. Girl, you already there. Once you get that license, honey, it's never a question. That's what I'm saying, you guys. The first thing to do is to get your license, because once you get licensed, you can go work in a spa, hotel. It's a job with benefits and everything. If you are scared to just jump out there willy-nilly, oh, the sun that came back out. Y'all know I'm a vampire. But once you get the license, there you go. Hotel, spa. You can work at 2 hotels. You can work at spas and a spa in your downtown area. Hotels. Once you get the license, you can just switch jobs, like jobs with benefits and everything. Now it's going to be corporate, but still you'll be hands-on with what you want to do. So you're one step further. If you want your own personal clientele, you'll be one step further. Your foot is out that corporate or that other manual labor job. Your foot is out that door. So that's still a step forward. Boom. And for those of you all who are, okay now, we're almost there. I'm on Lakeshore Drive. For those of you all who have a corporate job and you are watching this and you have a license, I got a different answer for you all. Now, I'm driving on a very dangerous road right now, so I can't read that one, all this stuff that's coming up, but I'm going to go back and read it. Those of you all who have a corporate job and your license, you're just scared. You're just being a scary cat. That's the answer. You're just scared. You're just scared. I said it. What you gonna do to me? You can't get me through the screen. No, I'm just talking stuff. No, but for real, the answer is you're just scared. Because you already have the tool to make a jump. Because you know, with that license, you can get another job, a real, if for some people, it scares them to just make their own cash. So there is no excuse with the license, because you can go work and get a check just like everybody else doing nails. Yes, you can. You can get, and the funny thing is, many places pay you every week. So now you can get paid every week, a paper check. Sometimes people just need a paper check or whatever. So there's no excuse for you. You're just being scared. And then you can say, well, I got a lot of bills. Okay. You need to cut back some. That's going to be your going through the fire. You're going to have to dial back your lifestyle for a minute. If you say you want to do this, right? Do you need cable? No, I haven't had cable in years. I haven't paid for cable in years. Do you need cable? Do you need to go out with your friends every weekend? Why can't they just bring a bottle of cheap wine to your house? You go over their house and you all cook, and do you need to do all those things? Do you need to keep shopping? Do you need to keep these huge balances on all these credit cards? Do you need to keep going out to eat? Why are you not cooking? Go spend $100 and cook. Stop going out to eat all the time. Spending $15, $20, $30 a day on food. That's $600 a month right there. You get what I'm saying? Like, you all don't have an excuse. Oh, tomorrow's my last day of my corporate job. I audit medical exams and make a good salary. I can't stand another minute attached to a computer. Been doing it for 10 years. That's right. Ms. Brown, I think my issue is greed. I just don't want to get... I was about to say that. Exactly, Ms. Brown. You said it. I'm glad. I want people to have real conversations with themselves, okay? If you're that person that can't admit or do that deep dive on yourself, you will not be living your best life. You're going to be living the life that keeps you in a safe zone. But your safe zone, do you want to be in your safe zone or do you want to be in your happy zone? Because you got to come out your safe zone and go through the fire a little bit to get to your happy zone. Okay? It's just not going to go from safe zone to happy zone. Who the hell does that? Only person does that is a person who won a lottery. So I'm glad you just said that. You said because of greed. I wouldn't use the word greed. I would use the word comfort. You're too comfortable. And a lot of people will stall and make all type of excuses because they don't want to go through that uncomfortable stage. Do you have to get your hair done? I rarely get my hair done. I buy a lot of synthetic wigs. This is a synthetic wig. My friend gave me this wig. Okay? She said she didn't like it. She gave it to me. She never wore it. I wear the crap out of it. I gotta throw it away, but I'm not ready yet. I just bought a human hair wig for my cruise, but I still am very kind of frugal with the way I spend money. Okay? So I'm just saying, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people won't admit stuff like that. A lot of people, that's why a lot of people don't get where they're supposed to be in life, because they are, everybody like to point the finger at everybody else, but it's three fingers. Well, really, yeah, depending on how your hand shape. Most of those fingers are pointing back at you. So do your own deep dive, you know. One thing I'm still working on with myself is my tone of voice, because my tone of voice is very off-putting to some people if they don't have a lot of interaction with me. If you only talk to me on the phone for 5 minutes, you'll be like, she's so mean, she's so this. But other people be like, no, she is goofy as I don't know what, and she is this. But you know, I just know it's the tone of my voice, because I'm just very straightforward. So I'm still doing a lot of self-work. I kind of like doing self-work now. And then the people closest to me, I tell them to critique me too. Like, what do you think I need to work on? What do you think of me? How do I come off to you? I'm okay with it. I can take it, because I'm always trying to self-improve. Because for me to keep going to other levels, I still got to be prepared. I got to be prepared to go to the next level. Like, even now, you guys, can you please thumbs up my videos? Because I don't really care about this, but it lets me know. They say when you go to a new level, it's a new devil, right? They say as you become popular, people will start to gossip more about you. You get more haters and stuff. And I notice as my channel and my brand is becoming more known, I'm getting haters. Like I said last week, I had somebody come try to mess with me on my pictures. I was kind of laughing, like, thank you for the energy. And then I notice now, every time I upload a video, I get an instant thumbs down, like instantly. I'm like, oh, it's somebody I know. I already know it's somebody I know. It's like, wow, thank you for all that energy. You concentrate on me so hard. Golly, you should talk to your therapist about that. But you know, it's somebody I know. It's okay. That's how I know I'm elevating, because people start to pay attention and they want to try to, you know, bring you down. I laugh at it, because I know it's because of growth. No one hates on someone who's not doing anything. It's like, you know. But once you start to do big things, people will mess with you. And I say all that to say, that's why I've been working on myself and my energy, my presentation, my reaction to things. And you see how I just shifted my thought process? Initially, the old me would have been like, who is this and why? And you know, making little innuendos or whatever towards that. But I'm like, whatever. I'm bothering somebody. That person is bothered. Somebody. I don't know who it is. Somebody is really bothered. But the positive part of it is they're bothered by something, because I'm doing something. No one is bothered by nothing. You're going to get people that are bothered when you're doing something. Yes. I'm just saying. Working on my mindset, that's very important. Yes. Have you had to, I'm driving on a like windy road. Have you ever had to work at a natural man? Wait, I'm driving. Yeah. Have I ever had to work at a natural? This is what I'm saying, you guys. Once you get your license, man, I keep saying the same, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm saying this is a great question, because I'm saying all of this keeps tying in together. I'm just trying to wrap everyone's mind around it. That's why I push for the license, because everyone is so wanting to do this full time. But what they don't understand is that it's a career. And I don't care what job you're in, whatever it is you're doing, your career will go through different changes and shifts. It will go through bad times, good times. The industry will change. Trends will change. And if you are licensed, you can go and still stay in the industry, because yes, you might have to shift over to a natural nail place, but you're still getting a check. You didn't have to go back and run and get a job, because you're licensed. And that's why I want you to go to school, because a lot of nail techs out here are just buying supplies and teaching themselves how to do acrylic, which is fine, but can't polish a nail, can't properly shape a natural nail, know nothing about natural nail care. And when nails sometimes goes through those dips where people, when no chip manicure came out, no one wanted acrylic. Everybody wanted no chip. That was the new hot thing. But the natural nail care those nail techs started making money. But the people who only did acrylic, that was intimidating for them. In their business, they probably saw a big dip in how much they were making. But they weren't flexible because they never took time to learn the full gamut of being an onyxologist or a nail care specialist, okay? So yes, I do it all the time. I've done it so many times. Sometimes right now I'm able to do a ton of acrylic. But just a year ago, while I was building my clientele, I went and worked at a spa downtown. And it was mostly natural nails. I didn't do acrylic really there. When I worked for Mario Tricoci, I was a pedicure specialist, only did pedicures. Then I became a dual specialist, meaning I could do both, and that was kind of like a promotion. But I still did 90% pedicures and some manicures as needed when they needed me to step over in that department. So being a well-rounded nail tech is great. I suggest it, and that's why I really push school. So if you're not licensed, step one is to figure out how you're going to get that license. So when you step out, you never have to step back over to the other side. Does that make sense? It's like I'm just driving. Okay, I'm on Belmont. Okay. It's like trying to become a, let me give an example. I don't know. It's like trying to become a, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it's like you're trying to be a nail tech, but it's like a nail tech should know how to do it all. You don't have to specialize in it all, but you should know how to do it all. It's like saying I want to be a race car driver, but I never learned how to drive a stick shift. But you want to jump right to being a race car driver, but you don't know how to do the basics. You never know. Like, you just never know. I just don't suggest it at all. I can't see these comments. What do I think about dip nails? I do dip. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when dip first came out, I was like one of those nail techs saying, that is so unsanitary. That is so unsanitary. But, and plus I didn't want to invest a lot of money into it because I wasn't sure if it was gonna stick around. But I am also a businesswoman, and I decided to go ahead and test it out because when I was working downtown at the natural nail spa, everyone and their mama was coming in for dip nails. And so I was getting passed over a lot because I wasn't a dip specialist. So, my package was delivered. They left it in the hallway. Oh, heck, I got to tell CMO to put it in the hallway because they will steal my package. Ooh, you guys, I'm going to have to get offline because they will steal my package. They did not put it in the secure part of the hallway. That is a problem, and that's my wig. Oh my God. When I park, I'm going to call him and ask him to move it. Yeah, so dip nails. Did I pass? Okay, so dip nails. Yeah, so I do offer it. But one way to get around it is I do the person's manicure really quick, not like an in-depth manicure, but I do the manicure, push back the cuticles, buff them out real good and everything, shake, buff them out, whatever. I have that person go wash their hands really good. I say, can you please go wash your hands? Do not use any, don't hands really well. So when their hands are now well sanitized. And then I just do the dip. You should not be doing dip on anyone who has any open cuts or anything like that because you are dipping. And I know that there's a sprinkle method. I don't do the sprinkle method. I do the dip method, okay? Only time I'm sprinkling is when I'm ombreing. So you're going to waste a lot of product doing the sprinkle method, although it's the cleaner method. I don't buy big jars. I buy small jars. So the sprinkle method, I'll be spilling stuff everywhere. But that's what I do. I have them sanitize their hands really good before I get dipping. I haven't had any problems with that yet. And what else do I think about dip? Dip. I also I'm on the fence about dip because dip is good for some of my clients, and then I have other people who want to get it and it don't stay for them. So I'm still 50-50 about dip because I tell people, well, I think I want to try that dip. I say, okay, just so you know, I'm off I'm off of Lakeshore Drive now. Can you see me now? I have some people it's perfect. I could even put some designs on it and it stays. I got a lot of people, it is not strong enough for them because dip, I tell them it's a hybrid. It is a mix between, not a mix, but in terms of strength and durability, I say it's stronger and more durable than a no chip, but it's not as strong as a full acrylic set. So it's in between the two. And then people normally say to me, okay, I'm gonna go over that. People normally say to me, girl, yeah, because I just can't do those acrylic nails. See, and I say it is acrylic. It's polymer. It's colored, pigmented polymer, which is powder, acrylic powder. But instead of using monomer, which is the liquid, we're just using resin, which is a glue. So you are getting an acrylic nail set, but you're just having it put on with glue instead of the liquid. Get what I'm saying? That's the difference. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, you're still wearing acrylic. It's just, it's a little bit more flexible because it's being put on with glue versus monomer. I just want people to understand that because it's a lot of misinformation being put out about what the dip is. And yeah. And then I think you just asked me, what do you do about the cracking top coat? Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have issues with the cracking top coat, but I have seen issues. And the last place that I work, a lot of the nail techs use gel on top. That's why I can't use the gel on top. I tried that. That does not stay on top of dip for me. You got to find a good system that works for you. I personally like the Cosmo brand, and that's the Asian brand. I hate to say it, but it is. And that works for me. Usually if you're finding that top coat is staying, it's because you're over dehydrating. Let's do it. And this is just my little humble little opinion. If you are finding that your top coat is cracking with your dip system, it's because before you put your top coat on to let it air dry, this is not gel, we're speaking of the top coat of the dip system, you have to go ahead and put the dehydrating activator, right? That's all it is a dehydrator. You're probably putting way too much. You're over dehydrating the nails. And so when that chemical reaction is happening with that top coat, then what is happening is it's causing it to prematurely cure, and that's what gets your cracking. That's my assumption. Can you all hold, if you all want to go in the store with me, hold on one second. You all want to go in the store with me? Because I am here. I need to text Simo though. Hold on. Is it okay? Hold on. Let me text him, tell him to get my packages. Hold on. Are you all here? Are you all here? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? If someone's here, can they just say here? Okay, now that I'm parked, I'm going through. London didn't order the books you want to get it signed. I have a few more books in-house. I will order more. A lot of people were ordering the digital, so I have a few hard copies at home still. Sharina said, do you think being a nail tech is a learned profession or something that's being gifted to do it? Both. I've said before, I don't think I'm good as I used to be because my passion for it has shifted. I just feel like my gift in the industry has shifted from being this great designer and all this, you know, nail designs and all that stuff. I personally am shifting more towards teaching and educating and uplifting other nail techs. So I kind of look at myself as like more of a mother in the industry, trying to help people like really understand and not make a lot of mistakes that I did. So I will say I don't want anyone to feel discouraged. I know for a fact that it was a natural gift because I've been doing and making money in nails since I was 12. So it was my natural gift. But there are a lot of great nail techs who are self-taught, and there are a lot of great nail techs who only do natural nails and make very good money. Best, I'm just going through the comments. Best life is such a lady. Look at that big pimple right there. See, that could be a negative. Some people freak out over a pimple. I was going to take, and I am going to do it, you guys, because y'all know I'm silly. This is what I'm going to do with that pimple. Anyway, best life is when you don't, it's often when you don't have, when you push yourself the hardest and develop strength, right? That's when you get to your best life, because then you can appreciate whatever it is, whatever new level you get to. It's like, wow, I did that. And then you start to really see your full potential, and you start to go after other areas and other things you want to do in your life. I'm in the process of starting a cleaning business, and I'm so lost. I'm trying to get shirts made and get logo. Where I live, it's hard to get stuff done. That's what the internet is for. Y'all, look what I'm about to do with my pimple. I'm using this as a mirror. Wait, I gotta finish. Ooh, now I have 2 beauty moles. And I'm gonna wear it too. See, when you're happy, you do goofy stuff. You can laugh at yourself. You gotta be able not to take yourself so seriously all the time. It's really a really painful pimple. But now I'm not gonna touch it because I'll smear it, and then I'll have a black smear across my face. Okay, let me finish reading these comments. I'm leaving it there. I am mostly acrylic, but I do it all. I do, most of my clientele is acrylic and no chip and some dip, but really I make my money off acrylic and pedicures. Acrylic manicure, acrylic and no chip manicures and regular pedicures. That's where all my money comes in. I have a whole video on how to make 70 G's a year just doing feet. If you want to be a foot specialist, that's something that's different. And you could brand yourself just as a foot specialist. I know someone here in Chicago who does that. She makes very good money. Her pedicures are, they're affordable, but they can be expensive too. So yeah. I haven't had cable since 2010. Don't miss it at all. You are absolutely right. Yep. I'm not going to put this out there. I'm just going to say that there are ways to watch anything you want to watch. I said what I had to say about the dip nails. A chef, but you only cook 1 dish. Right. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. Like, you say you want to be a chef, but you only cook 1 dish. That's the only thing you cook. Well, you're not really a chef. You're just a rice cooker. If you know, you can only cook rice and beans. You're a rice and beans specialist. Like, you're not really what we would call a chef. How long does a dip set take me? Now, dip done the proper way can take a minute, and that's one of the reasons why you shouldn't be cheap with it. Proper way to do dip is a quick once over with the manicure. Really, really quick. Have them wash their hands. You're going to go ahead and take your dehydrator, step 1. You're going to put it on the nails really, really quick. Bam, 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 bam. Then you're going to go ahead and take your base, put the base on 3/4 of the way up. You should be dipping in a neutral because you need to build an apex, some sort of apex in the nail. You dip all the nails with that neutral. Then you go ahead, you dust the first hand off. You put the base on all the way up towards the cuticle, all the way up really quickly because it dries fast, and you start dipping your colors. Once you're done with that, you put on enough layers and it's opaque. Then you're gonna dust that all off. You're gonna go ahead and put your dehydrator on, which is step 3. Put that on because that's gonna start a chemical process and start to cure those layers of color that you put on. And then you go back over it with your base again. That's going to cause your base to join that chemical reaction and start to cure. Boom. So you have 4 layers on at this point. 3 have polymer and 1 does not. So now you have your top coat, your base on, your final base on, which sealed that color on, but you put that activator on before you put that final base on. So that should be hard. By the time you finish all 10 fingers and you come back to that original first finger, it should be cured. You should be able to tap on it. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, so then at that point, you lightly want to shape the nails, lightly, because when you're dealing with dip, it's very soft at this point. You want to lightly shape the nails, and you can lightly, if you use your drill, you better put it on a very low setting, and you're going to lightly come around the cuticle, to make it look very neat. Zzz, zzz, with a fine bit, a fine grit bit. Zzz, 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 like that, to make them look neat and everything, lightly, because you can easily break a seal on a dip. And after you do that, you buff them out, and you can have them wash their hands again if you want to, believe it or not, at this point. And when they come back, you're gonna go ahead and, I personally wipe them down with the Sani. I have that on the site too, where you can buy a whole case of Sani strips, because I love them. They're lint free, much cheaper. I wipe them down with alcohol, but then I go back over it with the activator and start to put the top coat. It is a long process to do it properly, but my dip people who it works well for, they only come once a month. They only get dipped once a month, and when they come back, this is just grown out in perfect condition. No chips, no cracking, no nothing. That's the right way to do it, and that can take an hour. It can take an hour to do proper dip. Yeah, you like my pimple? I'm gonna go ahead and take you all inside. I was trying to make sure that you all was still there, because I had to reach my maintenance guy. Could you all hear me when I was trying to reach him? He said he's gonna take my packages and put them up in my door, because even though Amazon will refund you if that happens to you, the problem is I'm on my way out of town on a cruise, and I don't want any issues because my wig, I gotta have my wig. If they stole the other stuff, I wouldn't even be mad. I'll be like, oh, I'll just get a refund, but that wig, I gotta have it. Here. It's so many girls in my class who don't want to do pedicures. I agree with you. I'm not sending my money nowhere else. Yeah, like I said, you know, my perfect example for that is McDonald's specializes in burgers, but they don't say you go get fries from Wendy's, because we don't do that. We don't like making fries. That's like too much. They're like, shoot, fries go with burgers, so we're gonna get that money too. And guess what? Now everybody loves their fries just as much, because they started cooking so many fries to go along with all those burgers, and so they perfected their fry game. So now McDonald's is really the place I'm going to get some French fries if I really want some fries, and they gotta be hot. So yeah, y'all want to go inside the store? I'm going in really quickly. I'm gonna try to make it not obvious that I'm talking. I might sound a little weird sometimes, even though they know me. I don't know if they want me to record. So sometimes I'm gonna be talking like I'm talking to my friend on the phone, but I'll be talking to you guys. So here we go. Y'all ready? Let's go in. I told y'all I know everybody. Can you all hear me? Because I just unplugged the phone from the car. Can you hear me? Please let me know. You can hear me? Okay. And now you're about to learn one of my little dirty secrets too. Let's go. I hope I don't rub my pimple off. Hey, what's up? You taking a break? Hey, you taking a break?
Yeah, just smoking.
I know.
You want to smoke?
You already know I want to smoke, but not right now. I'm gonna get it when I come out. Don't disappear on me though. I always look at this board. I don't know why, I just do. Okay, what do I need? I'm not getting a lot today. I'm not gonna get a lot. I want some new dip colors, but that's not the purpose. I do need some more. I like to get these. I do like to get these when I'm doing mobile services, but I think I got a lot. Okay, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm here for today. I kind of want another. I'm not supposed to be spending money like that. What the hell did I come in here for? Move stuff around. Lord have mercy. See, I always do this. I come in here and I always come in here and I forget what the hell I. Orly is the bomb now, you guys. Orly has some really good colors. They have really upped their game. I don't know. I feel like I want a new Orly color. But every time I come in the supply store, I always feel like I have everything. This is pretty. See, I always get stuff and I put it right back. Okay, what I really came in here for, God doggone it. Y'all help me. Oh, the main thing I was running out of was Blue Cross. Yes, gotta have it. Gotta have it. And what else? I got gloves for now. Oh, people keep stealing my toe separators for some reason. Hi. Let's see here. They think I'm talking to myself. Where are my toe separators? I love these for glitter press. So pretty. Perfect for glitter press. It's $10. Oh, I need more buffers. I'm just gonna get a little bit for now. And I want the orange ones. How much are these? Probably $3. Okay. Oh, they got the big bags. When did you all get this? Nice. Not today though. Need more nippers, but not today though. Help me. Oh, I need some number sevens. Number sevens. I know I'm out of number 7. Dang. Out of everything. Here we go. I just need a couple. Pixie. I need some Sesh Beat. Just a little. Just getting a little bit to hold me for now until I get back in town and I can really shop. That's base. It's good. Where is it? Where's the top coat? Restore. Where is it? Help me. I don't see it. Base. Clear. That's base. That is so strange. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Kind of need some more wax stuff too. Okay, I'm about to get out of here. This a new brand? This new? They changed the name? No, it used to be called Apple. Apple. Oh, okay. Oh my God, I must not have shopped in a long time. These are really cheap and decent. Dip. Maybe I'll get a new one. I don't know. I'm in such a rush. Do you have Sesh Veet top coat? Yes. You sold out, right? I'm like, I don't see it. Okay. Yeah, I gotta come back then. Hello. I want a cute OPI color. Oh, that's pretty. What's this? Let's see. Okay. Ooh, do I have this? What's that? Beige? Beaver beige. Do I have that? Dang, do I have this? I always do this in the supply store. Get in here for like everything I pick up I have, and I have nothing. Fall color. Do I have that one? 093. Russet tan. Okay. Okay, this is all. I'm ready. Yeah, just something quick in and out today. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you. You got the D&D top coat back.
No web.
Hold on, girl. I'm about to walk out here in a second.
What they did shop or not?
I'm gonna wait. I gotta come back and do some serious shopping.
Okay. Phone number please.
773 301 4341.
Yeah, total 21 and 83.
Okay. Do they still have the special on Cosmo? Is it
By
By-
5 get 1 free.
buy 5 get 1 free? It was buy 3 get 1 free before, right? Was it?
Very long time ago. $7 for one, and you buy you want the ethnic powder or the liquid for dip.
Yeah, the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Second before it's $7 by 3 get on free, but right now $6 by 5 get on free.
What about just one? Just one.
$6.
$6? Okay. I think I have enough for now. Where's my buddy? I need a cigarette. I don't know. I gotta get a cigarette from him. He knows. He was out there smoking. I'll find him. Oh, the receipt in there. Okay, thank you. Where did he go? Hold on. This is my dirty secret. I smoke cigarettes sometimes. Hi. You got a cigarette? I know. Are they still outside? Oh, you gonna give me one today? Thank you. Thank you. Wait. I need a lighter now. I think I have one. Is somebody outside? For a lighter? Let me see. Let me see. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you have a lighter? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, have a good one. Yeah, this is my dirty little secret, you guys. Every time I come up here, they give me a cigarette. Because what you don't know is especially in the discount salon, that's how everybody keeps working so many hours. Smoke cigarettes whenever you can. Because you really have time to sit and eat. So you smoke cigarettes. So I don't buy them, but this is my guilty little pleasure after spending all my darn money, which today I didn't really spend any money. But usually when I come up here, they already know. You see when I walked in, they're like, you want a cigarette? I was like, oh, wait. So, yeah. Now you know. I used to be a heavy smoker, but now it's just something I do when I get it from somebody. I know it's bad. It's terrible, right? Okay. Yeah, this is a huge store. So, this is just one store. This area has one right there. Wait. So that's another store right there. Then there's that one behind me. And then there's two over that way. Wait. Then there's two down the street that way. So that's four nail supplies. And then there used to be one on Argyle. That one closed. So it's really 5, and it's really like 7, but 2 of them are just like tables and stuff like that, so I don't really count those. So this is the nail district where all the nail techs come, and you have to have a license. But you see, they never ask me my license because they know me. They just want my phone number because they keep a tally of how much I spend. So at the end of the year, I can get a report from them of all the money I spent for my taxes. That's why, because we're supposed to be claiming this stuff on our taxes. So they no longer ask for a license, but they're still going to ask the phone number for accounting purposes. This is running your own business. Sesh V is the bomb. They don't have any. And the only thing I don't like about Sesh V is that it gets thick really quickly. And you got to constantly thin it out. And I have 2 bottles. I always like to stay ahead of my supplies, but I got enough to last. I have 2 bottles, but they're both thick. I just don't like when they get thick. You smoke CBD instead. CBD is expensive though. Like, I do put it in one of my little vape pens, but CBD oil can be expensive. I vape a lot. And I don't smoke cigarettes. I just smoke them sometimes. So when I get that little itch in my soul to do it. So you thought that was a huge store. Yeah. Usually in every major city though, they always have like some big store. You just got to know where to go. And like I said, I'm not spending a lot of money right now because I'm trying to save my money for my trip. So I just got it what I absolutely needed. And Blue Cross is something you definitely want to have. That's the only cuticle softener I use. I use it in my pedicure water to soften up the feet. I spray it on the bottom of the feet before I file. That's just one of my secrets. It will soften up your skin. Look, I don't buy cigarettes. I just got this from the guy. I told you he was going to get one of my guilty pleasures. And this is one of my guilty pleasures. I will smoke a cigarette when I finish buying nail supplies. They already know. Because I feel some sort of way. Especially if I come up here and spend like $600. I get nervous. My soul just be like, oh my God, you just spent $600 on nail polish. And so I'll just smoke a cigarette. Shoot me, you guys. And that's another thing. If you ever work in an Asian salon, they smoke cigarettes all day. Everybody smoke. Even the ones who don't want you to know they smoke. They don't like to smoke during business hours, but after work you'll see them smoking. Everybody smokes in the Asian salon. Like everybody. Everybody, trust me. Okay, you want me to put the cigarette out? Ugh. Okay, I put it out. I put it out. And I'm getting in the car. Ooh. So, this is me as a nail tech, full-time nail tech. See, sometimes when you go in a nail supply, it's not always pretty. It's just business. So I didn't have time to sit there and go, ooh la la, through all the colors and stuff, because my goal was to get what I needed to work. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not one of those fun trips. It was a business trip. I needed Blue Cross, and I was so low. Oops. Can you hear me? I was so low. I have Blue Cross in like 8 different containers between sprays, pore bottles, cuticle bottles, and I label them different ways. Some say skin softener, some say soak, some say this, because the customer doesn't need to know that that's all the same thing. And you know, but it's all the same thing. But I use Blue Cross like nobody's business. That is my must-have item at all times. If I run out of Blue Cross, I have to come up here. So really, I came all the way up here just to get some Blue Cross. I had to get it. I was trying to get it closer. They were trying to charge me like 12 bucks for a bottle. $12, $13. I get that big bottle for $4. No, I wasn't paying 12. In order to run a profitable business, you got to make sure you're getting the best pricing. Blue Cross is an old school cuticle skin softener. And it's very watery, but it works. It's very old school and it works. I use it in my pedicure water. I use it to spray on the bottom of the feet. I don't buy all this fancy new stuff that's out. That's just me. It works just fine. I get so much skin off of people's feet. That's why I'm known for my pedicures. Now you know one of my little secrets. That's why I have a huge clientele for pedicures, because I know the secret. Soak the feet, put a little Blue Cross in there while they're soaking, and I spray a little bit of Blue Cross before I file. Like 30 seconds before I file, I put spray the Blue Cross. It will soften up so much skin. Skin will just start literally flying off the feet. And you get a big giant bottle like that for $4. A lot of products are out here and they're very overpriced and they're fancy and all that. The volume is low. Let me see, did I turn it down? No, it's all the way up. A lot of products that are out here are very overpriced because they you know, it's the newest, hottest, latest thing. And I'm always the last one to get the newest, hottest, latest thing, especially if I have something that already works. Being a business owner, that's what you learn. You don't run out and grab everything because it's the hottest thing. You just wait and see if it's going to make you money. Shoot. That's why I didn't get dipped right away, because I'm like, let me see if this is going to stick around. Because a lot of stuff was just faddish. Like, remember the mink snails? Minks, those stickers and stuff? Minks stayed around for maybe a year real hot and heavy. Minks was so expensive to me. And I just never got into I think I ordered a sample thing of it. And I put it on the nails. And I was just like, yeah. And I never bought minks before. Never. I never offered minks. I never bought it. And you see, nobody's getting it now. Maybe you might say, I know somebody, maybe 1 or 2 people, but that's one thing with owning a business. You will be broke trying to go out here and buy everything that's out. You got to find you a niche and stick to it. If something is really hot and it's not expensive to get into, I would say get into it. Other than that, don't drink every cup that's handed to you. You'll be broke. I know a nail tech who buys everything that comes out in the market. Every time I talk to her, oh, it's this new, and I bought this. Oh, I spent $300 on it. I spent $300 on this. And I'm looking like, yeah. And then that stuff sits. That stuff ends up sitting in her supply closet. She has all these supplies. And a lot of that stuff is just sitting. So when I go over there, she'll have so much stuff, she'll end up giving me stuff. Because it'll be things that she bought, she never really took time to get into and learn how to use. And so she'll be like, you want it? And I'll be like, yeah. So it's like she has a supply store, literally. You don't want to be that nail tech that's buying every goddamn thing. You don't need everything. Find the stuff that works good and just work with it and learn how to master it and make your money. Shoot. Yeah. Some nail techs do that. They just make money to go buy more supplies. I have bills to pay. I can't do all that. I really can't. So any other questions? Because now, what am I about to do now? Oh God, I think I'm gonna go in the house. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in the house for a moment just to take a breather. No, now I gotta go to the beauty supply store to eat. I mean, I gotta get some lashes. Do I? No, I'm gonna go by the house to make sure that nobody steals my package, because even though he put it by my door, I still want to just get that wig and that stuff in the house. So I'm gonna drive home. That's gonna take about an hour. Oh Lord. You said you're an esthetician. Will the book work for me? Yep. Because actually, I said I was going to redo the book just for the beauty professional, because the book, even though I'm saying nail tech, everything in the book is for the beauty professional. You know, because the book itself is not going into how to do nails at all. The book is about how to build a nail business or a beauty business. So definitely. And if you are still skeptical, I would say download the electronic version, because it's $20 cheaper and you can print it yourself. So definitely, because it's not saying anything really about how to polish nails or anything. It's all about the business and how to build clientele and how to brand yourself and get your social media and pull it all together to get the ideal person that fits the type of business you envision having. That's what it's all about. And I said I really should have just put this as the 30-day beauty professional challenge. That's what I should have called it, really. So yeah. But yeah, you see, I went in there and they didn't follow me around or anything. They finally, after all these years, know me. And that is a newer beauty supply store. All the other beauty supplies, nail supplies, they know me from when I had my big salon. So some of them recognize me from years ago, but that's like a newer beauty supply store. So it took them a minute to get to know me. Like, I'm a real nail tech like you. Because when you go in those places, they don't want to respect you. Sometimes they think you're in there to steal or whatever. But it's funny. You see how I'm just talking to them like, hey, it takes a lot, because for some reason we know that the discount places have the monopoly on the business, and some of them just don't want to accept that a lot of us that do nails just as much. And I've been doing it forever. I've been doing it longer than them. I remember when they weren't around and they started stealing all my clients. I'm a barber and I love the channel. I'll be buying 2 books. Hey, Dion Johnson. Yes, I always wanted to be a barber too. I'm still thinking about doing that. I think I'll be a good barber. Hold your damn head still. I'm just playing. No, I'm not. It depends on the client. Yeah. So this is really what it's being like being a nail tech, and it's strange because today is what's today? Thursday. Usually I will be booked on a Thursday, but I was booked earlier Saturday. Saturday has booked for now, start to finish, and I don't have to do a lot of people either. I think I only have 5 people scheduled, and I probably will make 500. So it's okay. You don't have to do a lot of people. You get the right people. You can charge them people what you feel like you are worth, and get your money, get in, get out. 5 people, 500. That's what I'm going for on Saturday, maybe 4 something. And then the other days, I think I have like some more schedule, but I'll make my money. I'll make my money. And this is not even busy season. This is just regular business season, coming out of a slow season. So I want you all to ask me these real questions because these glasses hurt me. I am using you guys while I'm driving. I'm using you. Anybody say anything? I'm back. I think I'm back. Y'all still here? Okay, you all are still here. So let me give you a pricing scenario that people may not know how to do it. Would you all like to hear about pricing for, this is an odd service that you will get here and there, and you got to know how to price for it accordingly? Polish changes. I did not put in that book, and it kind of varies, but a polish change. I had a client who was in a wedding this past week. So she had to come in and get her nails done. It was time, but she had to wear a certain color for the wedding. And of course, it was not a color she wanted to wear because it's not her style, but she had to wear it. And then she booked again, and she came and got a polish change. And that is the absolute worst service I hate to do, is a gel polish change. Why? Because it's a lot of work. And I tell people I charge for gel polish changes because it sounds like a polish change to you, but it's a lot of work because I got to drill all this stuff off, and then I got to reshape it to some degree really quickly and rebuff it out before I can add the new color. Versus just regular polish, I could just wipe it off with a cotton ball. With a gel polish change, you are doing a lot of work. You are essentially doing half of the service over again. Seriously, because once you take that drill off and you start hitting it with that, you have to hit it with the drill to get it off, you have messed up the shape of the nail. It's not smooth anymore. So it's a lot of extra work. So her toenail polish and changed her hand polish, and she paid with tip $55. And some of you all might say, oh my God, yes, she gave me $55 to change the polish color. And she was just in my chair the week before and giving me $90. So, you know, make sure you're charging correctly on polish changes. A polish change, a gel polish change, you should charge at least $20. At least $20 to change the gel polish. And it's like, well, you said $55. Okay, so let me break it down. The gel polish change itself was $20, and then I did some little accent stuff, so that was $5, so that was $25. And then she got gel. She took off the polish on her toes and put on gel because she normally wears gel on her toes, so that was another $20. So that was $45, and then she gave me a $10 tip, so I made $55 just changing polishes on hands and toes. Get your money, charge correctly. Time consuming, time is money. So yeah, and she had no problem with it. She's a regular, you know, but I think people get a little confused on how to charge for polish changes. Polish change now in the summertime, or when you do polish in the winter too, sometimes people will come and just keep getting their polish changed on their feet. I charge $15 for a toe polish change. 15, why? Because you can't just change the polish. You're gonna have to still file and do some type of buff real quick, even though it's real quick, so the polish can look neat. When I do my polish changes, they look like a fresh pedicure because I refresh the feet. I'll say to the client, like, okay, you want a polish change, but I kind of look at it as a foot refresher, and I charge $15 for a foot refresher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the polish off. We're talking about regular polish. I'm going to take the polish off, file, buff really quickly, not in depth, just like quick shaping, buffing really quick, right? Then I'm going to spray the feet down with alcohol, and I take a hot towel and I kind of compress the feet. See, it becomes more of a treatment. Now it's a foot refresher. That's why it's 15. But you should be able to do it really quick. But yeah, so I kind of cleansed your foot, kind of press it, and then I'm going to go ahead and quickly polish it. I'm sorry, then I'm going to take a little bit of lotion, rub it on there. No massage, I'm just putting some lotion on there because I put the alcohol. So I'm going to add a little more moisture in there, just rub it into your skin, no massage, put it on your skin and start polishing, clean and polish. So for me, a toe polish change is going to take about 18 minutes, but it's $15. But it's a great thing to do if you don't, if you have clients who know you do their feet or whatever, and they haven't been getting their feet done. You could be like, aren't you tired of that color on your feet? You want to change, you want to match your hands today to your toes? Like, I don't want to do, no, I do like a foot refresher, like a quick polish change. Up your ticket $15. You can take a $65 service or a $45 service to $60. And if you do the math on that, and you start doing that at least 2 times a week, let's just say an extra 15 2 times a week, that's $120 a month extra just on polish changes. All those little things add up. Another thing that has been happening these past couple of weeks is scrubs and stuff. I touch on that in the book. You need to sell some type of retail. For some reason lately, everybody has been wanting to buy scrub, and I went over that in another video. If you can sell at least 2 scrubs a day, my little scrubs are $10. If you can do that, $10, so that's $20, right? $20 5 times a week, that is your car note, okay? Because that's $100. Your car note just off scrubs, $400. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you have to look at it as a business person. You know, everything you got to break down those numbers to figure out what you're trying to do. So when you are going and you're working with these people, you have to have a strategy on how you're going to meet your goals. In the book, it breaks down how to break down your numbers. And then you should be going back in and finding other ways to add on little 10s and 20s and things like that. So that's good. I've been selling a lot of retail lately. And it's funny because I don't even have any packaged up. But when the client is finished with the service, all my regulars know, go into the bathroom and they use the scrub and the butter. So as they're doing that, they're like, oh, I need to restock on that. I'm low. My husband used all my stuff. So that has also become a reoccurring upgrade without me even having to do it anymore, because the people, once you sell them once, if you have good product to sell to them, they will start re-ing up with you or restocking with you without you even having to sell them anymore. So you just increased your income on a regular basis. And I said, let me touch on that, because this week I've had about the past 10 days, I've had about 6 different people, something like that, just ask about the scrub and the butter. I didn't even bring it up. They're like, I need more. You got some? I don't see any. I have like a cake platter that I have it piled up on. I haven't been doing it. I've been too busy. And I haven't restocked. And so they've been asking me because they don't see it. Like, you're out. I'm like, no, I can make you some right here on the spot. And they're like, okay, make me some. So I'll pull out the big bucket, scoop it in front of them, put the lid on there, and I'll say something like, yeah, I made an extra pack for you. Let me see if I can get it all in here. And then I put my sticker, my label on top. Boom, there you go. Wrap it up in a sandwich bag so it doesn't leak. And those are just sales that are now money that easily kind of flows to me, because I did my initial sales work and upsell work well. And now you get it. Like, it's a lot of work to be done. But if you do all this stuff, after the first year, you will start to see your money just come to you without much effort. It'll just come to you. The guy who said he's a barber, you need to be selling some beard oil. Okay, you need to be selling some beard oil. You need to be going on YouTube and typing in how to make beard oil. It's just that simple. And you're gonna buy some type of olive oil or whatever, I don't know, coconut oil, and you're gonna mix in some essential oils with that, and you're gonna put that on people, you know. Shoot, I would even I'm just gonna, off the top of my head, for a barber, would you like a beard treatment today, man? Try this new beard treatment. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Let me just do it today for you for free, a real quick one. And you just put the beard oil in, and you massage your scalp. We're gonna get that in there. You know, there's some tea tree oil in here, so you know, to help with any itching or anything down at the base. You know, it's gonna help calm that skin. And then you can even take a hot towel and just hold it right there for a minute. Just press it down, do a press. And then that steam and all that eucalyptus, see that those fumes are gonna come up towards their nose, and they're gonna be like, man, ooh, you open up my sinuses. Yeah, man, my stuff is good, man. I'm telling you, if you don't get it today, you know, hopefully I'll have some next time you come. Okay, all right. And then just, you know, pick the beard back out. All right, man, see you next time. Boom, boom, boom. Next time they come, you doing the treatment? Or you want to take some with you? I think I got 2 bottles left. See what I'm saying? Got to be a salesperson. Think fast. I just did a marketing plan last year for a new beard oil brand that's on the market. It's funny because it's on shelves now. I'm like, wow, I wrote that marketing plan. Okay. Okay, I'm stuck in traffic. Oh my God. Any questions? Lord have mercy. I realized I got to go through my kit, my travel kit. I got to restock everything. Doggone it, I didn't get the darn toe separators. Quick hack, don't buy disposable toe separators. They now have jelly toe separators out that you can reuse over and over. You can disinfect them. Those are a lifesaver, and people like the way they feel in between their toes. Get those, they're only like $1. But people, they keep coming up missing. I think people are stealing them from me because they keep saying, oh, these feel so good in between my toes. And I'm constantly having to buy them, and I don't know where they're disappearing to. And I forgot to get a pair today. But that's okay. When I get back from my cruise, I'm going to have to do a major trip up here. Which major trip for me is get up early in the morning, come up here with my gym shoes on, and my money, and I just shop. I go to all the stores and walk every aisle. I'll make a list, but I always have more money because I just buy whatever I need. Splurge. I'll buy some new design stuff, new stones, new everything. Spend about $600–700. So I need to do one of those trips when I get back. But not today. Not today. So, somebody got some questions. I know somebody in this group has the book, and I know somebody said they are really enjoying the book and the way that it's getting their mind wrapped around it. And I said, there's got to be some questions. I know there has to be some type of questions, but these people will only be going into maybe week 2. So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Any questions, you guys? Because if not, I'm just going to go ahead and jump off. I feel like I've had you all online for about 2.5 hours now. But you know, we can go up to 4 hours. We really can. People drive a little crazy right here. That's why I'm looking. Social media. You all should be posting on social media. Okay, here's a story. There's so many. That's why I draw a blank. I'm like, which one do I want to tell? There's someone, I don't know who it is. They're over in Africa somewhere. And young lady keeps reaching out to me wanting help, but she's not being specific. And I told her, you know, you want to do consultation, But then she's like, I just want you to look at my work, da da da. And I'm like, you need a consultation. But then I'm like, you know what? Send me over a picture. She's like, I don't have any pictures right now, but she's like, I'll get you one. And I forgot about it. And then like a week ago, she reached back out to me and said, here's the picture. I was like, okay. I'm just trying to be helpful the best I can, although I think people forget that I'm very busy. But I want to make sure that people are, I don't think people are really taking time to read and listen to all these videos and free resources and advice. Like seriously, because then this person sent me a picture and the picture was so blurry. I couldn't even see the picture. I could see it, but I couldn't see the work. And I'm like, well, from what I can see, it looks good, but I really couldn't see it to even offer any type of real advice. Like, it was a little blurry. And so one piece of advice I will give is that you all want to be doing your social media, but be sure that the camera, make sure that your phone is up to date enough to take some decent pictures. Clients or potential people cannot see your work, or you're far as hell away from the camera, people are not going to book with you. They have to be able to see it, so they're not booking with a sorceress, a person who really can't do the work, because it's like this so far away I can't even see it. Like, come get your nails done by Shecago. Would you come to me if I was saying come get your nails done and I was doing all my nail pictures way back here? No, you can't see it. Pictures need to be like this close up, this close up, this close up, like this, and clear. And so I was like, put the picture up, but I said, you know, I can't go into deep detail with everyone. I just can't afford, my time does not afford me to do that. But make sure you are watching all these videos, because I've covered that. Like, you have to learn how to master taking pictures of your work, even if your work is not 100%. Good pictures and good angles are everything, regardless if you're not where you want to be. There are videos on YouTube how to take pictures of nails, and I've said that. I even put that in the book. It's so everything. There's so much in that book. But I don't think people are taking time to do that work. That's what I said. It's a lot of little work. I'm a researching fool. Like, I have learned how to edit videos now on my phone, because it was just becoming too much to do it on my Canon camera. It was like becoming a 2-day process, and it was taking too much of my time. So I'm always trying to become better. So I'm a researching fool. And then I started researching on YouTube, and I found out about this editing software called CuteCut. And all the young kids know about CuteCut. The young kids, if you want to know something about the internet or social media, question your kids or your nieces or your nephews. They will tell you everything you want to know. I got clients, some of my clients send their kids to me, and I'll be questioning the mess out of them when they come. Most of my clients that send their kids to me, they just leave their kids, they're teenagers with me, and they'll come back and get them while they run their errands. And their teenage kids just talk to me and tell me all kind of stuff. And I'll be questioning and getting all type of information out of them about technology, because I'm a researching fool. So I found CuteCut. And so now that's why you're seeing my videos, my pre-recorded videos, like this last one. I think that was pretty good. I was proud of myself, and that's because I've been teaching myself how to use CuteCut more and more and more. And if it's something I want to do on CuteCut, I will go back on YouTube and say how to add a transition in CuteCut, and all these videos will come up, and I'll pick the shortest one, like the 2-minute one. If it didn't answer my question, I'll watch a couple more and I get the answer. Then I go back and do what I was trying to do on CuteCut. And if I'm like, that video took me about 5 hours to edit. That 10 minutes took me about 5 hours to edit, because I just started learning all these new transitions and stuff. But I'm saying this to say, this is the amount of work it takes to become great and to master any skill. So I feel some sort of way when people come to me and I see they're not doing the basics that I asked them to do, and they're asking for next steps. And I'm like, forget the next steps, do the first steps. You got to take the time to do the steps to become great. I'm still taking steps. I'm working on my editing. I'm working on my editing, and I think that video I just did, part 1 to 5 reasons why you don't have clientele, I think that's a pretty decent video, and I did all that myself. I'm not saying it's the fanciest, but I can definitely see a change from where I first started in editing till now. Like, it's getting better and better and better and better because I'm investing time into learning that. So you guys, it's a journey, but you'll be glad, and you save a lot of money. I can't afford to keep hiring videographers and stuff and all that, and editors for every video. That would be time consuming and too much money. So now that I learned how to do it, when I do part 2, it's going to be easier now, because now I know, like, clip here, hold this button, do this, and now I'll get that next part of that video edited in like an hour and a half and upload it. Did y'all enjoy that video about bad location? Y'all not talking to me. I'm leaving. Are we here? We at a dead spot. You said you were wondering when could we expect 2 through 5, parts 2 through 5, because the whole video was like long, and I think I'm gonna put up part 2 today. Part 2 today. And this, yeah, that's the goal. That is the goal, 2 through 5. And then I've been researching too how to get background music, you know, all this good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna put up part 2, and I might do parts 2 and 3 together, because I think the first part of that video was the longest part. So I might do reasons 2 and 3 together today. And my plan is, oh, this is gonna be wonderful, because my goal right now is I'm downloading all this music and learning how to edit good videos, because while I'm on this cruise, I won't have any internet, right? So I'm just gonna be recording my little life away. Record. And I wanna have in my mind, if I'm not too tipsy on this cruise, but it's 7 days, I'm gonna have time. I plan on branching off from the group, and I'll just be recording, having some really good content, and then sitting down and editing in my downtime. So that's what I'm doing too. That's my goal. So I really want to have out 2 through 5 before I leave. And then while I'm gone, I'm going to come up with a whole bunch of content and have it edited. So when I get back, it could be like upload, boom, upload, boom, upload, boom. You know, whatever comes to me. That is the goal. That is the plan. So when you all listen to me, does it make you feel like you can do this, or it's just too much to even deal with? I wonder, is it too much information? Yeah, that's the plan, because that's why I'm teaching myself everything and downloading all this music, because I'll have everything I need to edit. I wouldn't need the internet to edit and to record. So yeah, I'm all up in YouTube's music library, like, oh, that's good music, oh, that's good music. If I'm on the beach, that's good music for that. This is good music, and I'm just getting it all on my phone. But my phone is old too, you guys. Oh, I should stop by T-Mobile, because one of my clients is a manager there, and she keeps telling me to come by so she can get me in the new iPhone 11. I think she at work too. Decisions, but my wig is sitting on the ground. My wig is sitting in my front door, but I still feel like I need to get that wig inside my house. What should I do? Should I go up to Verizon, because it's on my way home, and talk to her about this iPhone 11 so I can have it for my cruise? Or should I rush home and get that wig and stuff inside my house? Ooh, my mole is itching. My pimple mole. I'm in traffic. Ugh. Which one should I do? I think I should threaten Verizon. They want too much for that iPhone. I think I should threaten them like, I've been with you all these years, and all I have is all these years, and I want to know what you're gonna do for me, because I want the new phone, but I just don't want my bill to go up. I think it's just ridiculously high. I'm with Verizon. I don't want to pay a high phone bill. Verizon, but make it quick. Sounds like you will save time overall. See, I'm with Verizon, but my client works at T-Mobile, and she's like, switch over, da-da-da-da, just as good. I had T-Mobile before. They were okay, but I feel like I forgot why I left them. But that new iPhone is nice with the 3 cameras, and just like I tell you guys, you have to invest in your business. One of my main goals right now is to give you better content. I need better pictures. I want better everything. And that new 3 camera thing, man, that will make the interaction like lifelike, like you're right here with me. That camera, those 3 lenses is nice on that. But it's $1,200. $1,200. Oh. Girl, what phone do I have now? I got an iPhone 6 Plus. That is so old. I think they said they're gonna even stop sending out updates on this phone. And then it's just so full, and it's on its last leg. So that's why I'm like even now I'm kind of worried about the cruise, because that's 1,000 pictures and videos right there. I know my friend went last year. She said she was showing me she had over 1,000 pictures. And I know me, I'm gonna be taking pictures and doing photo shoots and a million shots. Like, give me 5 different angles, and I'm gonna run through the water and stuff, and throw my hair, but do all like, oh shit, do all like this with my hair all around and all this stuff. And you got to capture a million pictures, you know, to capture the right one. And then on top of that, I want to do all these like deep videos and stuff. Like, you guys, look out over the water. Do you see that bird right there? That one right there at the back, that's you. You can make it to the front of the line. I'm gonna probably be tipsy when I do that video, but I'm probably gonna do some videos like that too. And then it's gonna be the videos where it's like, we acting a fool, somebody recording me, got my phone recording me doing something silly, because I have my Halloween costume, which I haven't told you what that is, because we're going to be on an island on Halloween. So we all have costumes, and it's like 30 of us. So that is something I got to capture. So I need room on this phone, so I feel like I need to get a new phone so I can make sure I have enough memory and capture the best version of it. I don't know, but I don't want my bill jumping up ridiculously either. So, y'all ain't no help. I give y'all all this advice. Help me figure this out. No? Don't y'all start logging out when I ask you for advice. I give you all this free advice, and I can't even get it a little bit of advice. Take your own advice. Do 2 extra pedicures a week. You say it's not comparable to Verizon. Yeah, see, I'm with Verizon, and Verizon, I got a little system going, and it just flows. It's like soon as you pay the bill down and you pay off the phone or anything, that's when it starts to act. They make stuff nowadays where you got, and let me tell you, you're gonna keep giving me advice though. So the reason why I went to McDonald's and Burger King is because the way I was going through the parking lot, it just led me into their parking lot. Sprint is buying out contracts. Let me tell you the funniest thing. This phone was doing okay. I knew it was full of pictures, but I sit down and clear out stuff on a regular now anyway. But I went into the Verizon store, and then I started clicking on my phone in the store online, you know, on the app, looking and shopping phones and looking through, you know, the features and benefits. As soon as I started doing that and I went into the Verizon store having problems, how's your battery life? And I was like, it seems okay. I mean, it's whatever. She's like, oh, because usually it starts to act up, you know, and won't hold a charge. And do you know, that same day, all of a sudden my phone was not holding charge. It barely holds a charge. I got to charge my phone up after making 2 phone calls and checking emails and banking. It's like now I'm at 30% just in the morning. I'm like, how? And I'm back. I think that wasn't happening before. Not that I noticed, and now I notice that it's happening. So they are really trying to force me. That's gonna make my bill jump up about $50 a month. I think 50 something dollars a month. But like somebody said, that is true. I have to take my own advice. It's an investment in my business. I write off my phone bill anyway. It is an investment in my business. I am trying to go to the next level with the quality. I'm trying to go to the next level overall, and we shall see. You will know, because my lives will be much more crisp. So, we'll see. Yep, nothing lasts anymore. That is so true. I can't believe Sharina's still here. You not sleepy, girl? You know, I thought about you. Now that I've come on in the daytime, because you get sleepy at 9:07. I'm here in the daytime, and now you don't even want to talk to me. I'm messing with you. And I'm using you all. I've driven in one big... Oh, I'm surprised my gas... I gotta get gas. I just rolled out all my little gas today. I know you at work. See, you using me, and see what I said? You ain't even working. You are not even working. Didn't I say that earlier in the live? I said most people at work are not really working. Did you get up and walk around and see what everybody else is doing? They ain't working either. They on the phone with their kids, or texting back and forth with somebody, or shopping online on their phone, or watching episode of Power, or something like that. People are not at work. They are passing time to get the check, and we all want to pass time. How you taking calls and texting me? Well, typing to me. We are passing time on doing something we don't even want to do. But let me tell you something. What I just said is very important, because we are passing time. Because time waits for no one. We all want to be spending our time doing something we want to do. That is the point. We're all trying to figure this out, like making sure we're passing the time doing exactly what we want to do. Because when our time is up, it's up. And you don't want to have those regrets. Nobody ever says, oh, I wish I would have worked more. I wish I would have gave out more change at that booth. I wish I would have printed out more copies for my boss. I wish I would have. Nobody says that. If you look at a lot of videos or posts about elderly people and they give advice, I love those. And it's the advice is always the opposite of what a lot of people think. Like, a lot of the people live to be 100 or whatever. Their routine will be so crazy. Like, oh, I take a shot of vodka every day. Or something like, I walk. It's always like, I exercise, or I eat chocolate every day. I take a shot of vodka every day. Whatever, you know. But I've never heard a person, an elderly, older person, say, I wish I would have stayed in my job more. No, they're like, make sure you travel more and do what makes you happy more. That's always the advice, and, you know, stuff that you wouldn't expect. My neighbor, hell, next door, he didn't die till he outlived a few of his kids and his wife, his second wife, I think that was. He outlived her by many years. But shoot, he used to drink and do everything. He had fell, I think I said this in another video, he fell off a building before, had a trach in his throat, drank, did everything he wanted to do, and outlived everybody almost to the age of 100. And then you got those people who did everything right and did everything society said they should do and died of a heart attack. My ex-boyfriend's father retired from his job and died like that same summer. Man, you just don't know. You just don't know. So we can't take time. We can't take time for granted. And then some of us too, this is just my little old humble opinion, some people use their kids as an excuse not to live their own life too. And you got to be careful with that, because your kids, believe it or not, I see some kids take very good care of their parents, and I see some kids go off and live their own life and don't really want to be bothered with their parents. So, you know, do good by your children, but still have your own life. Don't forget yourself. Have your own life. That's what I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but have your own life live your best life. For real. I put my earbud down when I get a call. Got to be more careful. Where am I going now? I think I need to take a nap. I'm tired. You know, I bowl on Wednesdays, and after bowling, they always try to get me to drink. Come drink some more, have a shot. Ugh, tired. And I didn't even drink that much. They're like, you only had one beer. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go wear a swimming suit and every darn day in about a week. You want me to have a beer belly in my pictures? Oh, you'll be fine. No, shoot. Oh God. And then I had to go get up and do my client/friend, and she has medical conditions. She has MS, and so when you're working on people like that, it's a little bit more care in it, because she has a lot of muscle spasms when I'm working on her, unless she's had a fresh infusion treatment, and then it's not as bad. But sometimes she's more inflamed and her muscles are very stiff, and I can literally feel her spasming as I'm moving her. So that's a little more lifting for me. And sometimes if I'm lifting her leg up to put it up in my lap, I can feel her whole leg spasm, like the whole muscle, everything spasm. I have to hold her. I just have to be very aware when I'm working with her of what I'm doing. I have to hold her. She'll be like, wait. I'm like, I got you. I got you. And then I can feel a whole leg just like that, and I just hold her. You got to know what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. You got to know what you're doing, you guys. That's why I don't focus on designs on this channel. We got all these other great people out here for that. I'm talking about the real deal stuff that you can hurt somebody on. But I know what to do. So I just hold her, and I'm not afraid to hold her. So I'm like, I got you. And I can feel it when it released. She'll be like, I'll be like, okay, not this. The other hand was fine, but the one hand was like this. So I got to keep doing like that and holding her. The muscles relax to where I need her to be. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know what you're doing. It's a medical. We're medical professionals as well. That's in the book. So, yeah. And I don't want you all to freak out when you get that first person that wants beauty services or start treating people weird because they're not what you're used to. I had a client many years ago when I was like 19 coming to the salon, young girl. She was in a fire. She only had 6 fingers, I think. She only had 6 fingers. Most people would have been like, oh my God, she wanted acrylic nails. I just act like I didn't see it. But I did consult with her and said, so she's like, I want nails here, 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 here. And I'm like, okay. But I was like, all her fingers were burned, but she only had like 6 fingers to put nails on. But most people would have freaked out like, oh, you can't get nails. I'm in these Facebook groups all the time, and people are giving all this wrong advice, and that's because they just are not skilled enough to know what to do, what to say. And I'm like, I did her nails for like a couple, maybe a year. She came to me. I don't know where she went, but yeah, I'm like, shoot, I would push back her skin a little bit and everything, like, and just act like it's regular schmegular, and just have a regular conversation. And she used to love it. But the worst thing you could do with a person who may have a disability or something extra going on is to treat them like they're different. And the worst thing you could do too, this is some advice that I will definitely stick by, unless, just because a person has something going on with them, do not charge them differently. okay? Just because that girl has 6 fingers, she still got charged like everybody else. That's mean. No, it's not mean. It's business. But let me tell you why I say that. She didn't want to be charged differently. People assume she had 6 fingers, she only wanted to be charged 60%. No, she wanted to be charged like everybody else. So her price was whatever back then. And she paid it and she tipped like everybody else. Because the worst thing you could do is make a person who has something going on, you make them feel different. Don't ever do that. That's another piece of professional advice. Like, don't do that. Unless you, now some people crazy and they want attention and they'll use that like, well, I don't think I should pay the full price. Okay, well, you have a discount then. But most people don't, they're not going to want you to do that, I promise you. Trust me. That's all. Yeah. Any questions? We got 7 people. I thank you all for staying online with me all this time. I think I'm going to go ahead and log out. But to answer that question, I am going to get the rest of that out immediately. That video was just going to be too long. And I just wanted to go ahead and get that uploaded because I like the editing. And I want to cut it off there because there are people who just want to get the information to get in and get out. And also, I'm thinking that a lot of information that I'm giving to people, I'll say, I already talked about this in the video. When I say that, it's because it's in one of those long videos. And some people don't have time to sit up and watch 2 and 3 hour marathons. So certain points, I think I'm going to chop it up into smaller pieces of information so I can refer people like to specific questions. Watch that video. Watch this video. Watch that video. You know, because our lives are really long. So I'm going to have the videos that stay up are probably going to be those pre-recorded videos with specific topics. So I don't get a lot of people asking me the same questions over and over and over. Yeah. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and log off. And expect parts 2 or 2 and 3 soon. I'm going to go. Bye, you guys.